Your brain's never gonna swing from inside when you have an open club face because you're already hitting it to the right. So if you swung from inside with that same open club face, you'd hit it more right. Your tendency when you come through, Jeremy, as you know, is we'll call it holdy this way.
Yep.
So it doesn't really rehinge, and if anything, it's too low left.
Right.
So when we start to come through without the head going forward, you want to feel like this is rehinging. And if anything, it's going to feel a little bit like it's high and right.
Okay.
So the club head's kind of in that high right quadrant. The club has rehinged. And I wouldn't mind you feeling it like this, where the toe is slightly in front of the heel. Left arm only. Rehinge, high and right, my body's not going with it. Rehinge, high and right, my body's not going with it. Now I'm gonna add a little chest rotation, but notice my head still stays back. So I don't go that way.
Right.
Let's get our right hand grip on there stronger. Beautiful job. Let's let the arms sling high and right and overclose the face. Okay, awesome. That's probably your best drive of the day.
Yep. Yeah, it went a little left.
Yeah, that ball went probably left center of the fairway.
Yep.
Had like a 2-yard draw to it, nice penetrating flight. And
Yep.
if we were measuring, I bet that was long.
Yeah,
relative to normal.
Yeah, it felt very solid.
Tell me like a little bit about where you're at with your game and what the main issues are we want to be able to fix today.
Sure. So I play about once a week. Try to get in a practice session once a week as well. But typically, my misses are to the right. I just struggle closing that club face. Typically with the longer clubs, you know, with the mid to short irons, I'm usually okay, but I'll typically just, you know, not be able to close the face and miss with driver. And it's usually a pattern. Like I'll hit a tee shot to the right, maybe a couple to the right. I'll try to overcorrect, hit it to the left, and then it'll just keep on going from there. And I kind of get stuck in that pattern, especially with driver, to the point where I will sometimes just put driver away and just go 3-wood because I just get stuck in a pattern of left, right, mostly right though.
Gotcha. So Jeremy, for you and for you guys that are watching, in terms of the ball curving to the right, anytime the ball is curving to the right, the one thing we know is the club face is too open at impact, and I'm exaggerating that. Now, how do we close it? The first thing we want to look at is the trail hand grip. And if I were to take my grip and we were to draw a line from the V between my thumb and index finger and have that up, you know, a neutral grip would kind of be like at your right chin, which is, you're kind of in the neutralish zone. I saw with the iron, your right hand wants to get a little bit turned this way, which would make the face the most open.
Right.
If I had my hand turned clockwise more, like more palm away, all things equal, that would make the face the most closed. So when you guys are doing this with your grip, we want to get the V between the thumb and index finger a little bit more towards the armpit. So when you take your setup, we will start with the palm pointed away just to help preset it. Have you seen this one before?
No.
So palm's a little bit away like this. Instead of me gripping it by coming on top and having this high right shoulder in front, this is exaggerated, you do not do it this much.
Right.
But we would have the right palm slide in from underneath.
Okay.
And that'll just help the grip be a little bit stronger.
Yep.
And then on the way through, right now, your club path's a little bit too far from out to in, and a little bit what I would call like holdy.
Yeah.
What I'd love to be able to have here, if we were to draw the line up from my head, the longest drivers of the ball, their head would stay behind that. Their body's turning, obviously, but the club head gets flung through. The arm flies off the chest, the wrists rehinge, and there's a little bit of free arm rotation.
Yeah.
And so I think we've got a power source for you. A lot of your power is coming from, or you're trying to get power from your upper body going forward. I want to get power from the arm speed.
Right.
This way, right? So let's kind of work through that piece by piece.
Okay.
Our goals here are to reduce the right shots, first things first, and then gain some distance.
Okay.
And when you guys are doing this too, like if you've got a ball that's curving right, like I mentioned the shoulder alignment, your brain's never going to swing from inside when you have an open club face because you're already hitting it to the right. So if you swung from inside with that same open club face, you'd hit it more right. So it'll never do that. So you always have to fix the club face first, and then you can do the club path stuff second, okay? So for Jeremy, the club face stuff is a little bit of grip and a little bit of release pattern. A little bit of grip and a little bit of release pattern. We'd like to thank our partners at ShotScope for sponsoring today's video. You know that I always preach what? Feedback, feedback. You need feedback to improve your swing. Well, guess what? When you go out onto the golf course, you need that same exact feedback. ShotScope are leaders in GPS, shot tracking, and rangefinder technology. You got to look at some data and figure out where you're actually going off to build a solid plan to improve. Another thing that I love about ShotScope is they have options for everyone. Whether you just want GPS distances on the course, a great value but high performing rangefinder, or want to dive into your data, ShotScope has a product for everyone. With the purchase of a performance tracking device, golfers gain free access to the ShotScope mobile app and web dashboard containing over 100 tour level statistics. Whether you want just the distance to the hole or you like all the stats that they have on there, ShotScope literally has something for everyone. So let's take your setup where you feel comfy there.
Okay.
And again, your grip's not bad as is. I just could see it wanting to creep this way a little bit.
Right.
So does that feel normal to you there? Or does that already feel a little stronger?
This feels normal.
Pretty normal. So when you come in there, go ahead and pop that under. Yeah, I just want you to, exactly.
Okay.
I just want you to feel like that right hand's a little more under.
So just seeing these fingers, because normally I'm not seeing as many, but it's just seeing these underneath fingers.
I like that.
Okay.
So this V here now is more over towards that shoulder.
Okay.
Now, all things equal, let's just make a practice swing.
Okay.
When he makes a practice swing, that hand being more under is going to make the club face close more. So you should almost have a sensation like it might feel like the ball is going to kind of hook or go left a little bit compared to normal.
Now, this grip, good with all clubs or just the driver?
Great with all clubs.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome. So when we hit here, let's just hit a ball with that grip feeling stronger.
Okay.
Nothing else.
Okay. If
you make your normal swing, before we talk release pattern, if you make your normal swing and it's a little bit of that outside in, but this closes the club face, you should hit like a strong pull here.
Okay.
All things equal. Let's see. So grip feels stronger. You put it on your palm and take it from there. If your path is still out to in, you're going to hit probably a little bit of a pull here. That's fine. Want to eliminate weak right. Yeah, that was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So maybe, I don't know, with a little wind there, probably a 2 to 3 yard fade, solid. Does that grip feel okay?
It didn't feel much different, honestly.
Okay, cool. Beautiful. Yeah, that's great right there. So when you guys are doing this, it might feel like it's a little bit weird because your hands are the only thing that are attached to the club. That's so that's more what I was looking for.
Yeah.
That should have felt really solid.
It did.
We hit it maybe 10 yards left, but it was very solid and almost didn't fade at all.
Yep.
So when you're doing that in the beginning, if that's a new grip for you, that might feel like your hand's a little under and weird. You got to check with video. Like Jeremy's doing a great job there. We can see the V's of both these hands now are over towards the shoulder, whereas the old version, I mean, exactly, the right hand would get a little bit more on top.
Right.
This way with the hand would make you most likely to miss right. That would be more neutral.
Okay.
This would be like hooks.
Right.
Yeah.
That feels very weird.
Yeah. So we're just trying to find a middle ground.
Gotcha.
So when you're fixing club face, if you can do it just by grip and that fixes most of it, like we don't need to make it any more complicated than that. Right. This could be like a hey, good to meet you, you know, go play type of thing. Keep it as simple as possible. But since we're here, right, let's talk a little bit about the downswing stuff.
Okay.
Now, if I hold my fist here or an object by the front of your head, effectively what I would want you to be able to do, take your right hand off. Let's make a backswing where you get to about, let's say just about hip high with a little bit of hinge. Okay. You can have a full set of the club. Yep. Without you running into my hand, slowly let that arm start to work through and club start to work through. Good. So you should get to like here in your follow through. Okay. Now for you, that feels like it's rehinged more, I would assume. Yes. And there also might feel a little bit more rotated to the plane. Right. So when you get through, this butt of the club should point like basically back at the ball line. Okay. Your tendency when you come through, Jeremy, as you know, is we'll call it holdy this way. Yep. So it doesn't really rehinge, and if anything, it's too low left. Right. So when we start to come through without the head going forward, you want to feel like this is rehinging, and if anything, it's going to feel a little bit like it's high and right. Okay. So the club head's kind of in that high right quadrant. The club has rehinged, and I wouldn't mind you feeling it like this, where the toe is slightly in front of the heel. Okay. Now, if you overdid this, and you guys watching, if you overdo this and the face gets down towards the ground, that would make the ball want to hook this way. Right. Now, we know you miss short right. Yep. So some of this would be good, but we can overdo or undo, we'll see, right? So the combination of your right hand grip being stronger and this part will help close the face, less right shots. Okay. Getting some more speed with your arms and hands through the ball will help with the distance part.
Okay.
The other thing that helps with distance, guys, in terms of club face is obviously when a face is open, that would make the ball go shorter,
Right.
more loft. You like open a club face, you want to like hit a flop shot.
Right.
So by us closing the face, and when you close the face, that will also inherently make the ball go farther. You should get it like you kind of did on that last one. It should feel solid, like the ball's popping off the face compared to normal.
Okay.
So let's do a couple practice swings together. I'm going to hold this by your head.
One-handed or
One
two?
hand.
One hand.
Let's go back to like hip high. It's going to feel a little weird in the beginning. And then slowly start to come through. Yeah, see how that feels different for you?
Yeah.
You want to get this moving,
Okay.
right? You naturally want to go like this, body.
Yeah.
And I want you to go arms.
Arms. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So when you come through, this is rehinged, a little bit rotated to the plane on purpose,
Right.
and almost like it's kind of high and right.
Okay.
High and right this way. Let me demo one or two.
Yep.
So left hand only. I'm going to go back. And when you guys do this drill, you want to preset a little hinge here. So we're not going back like this. That's hard to move. Preset a little bit of hinge here. I'm going to feel like the arm is creating the speed, right? Now when I come through, I'm rehinging probably all the way to like 90. I'm feeling like the club's going a little bit high right because I'm used to low left hold on,
Yep.
toes behind the heel, fade, high right, let it go, toe in front of the heel. This would be like more hook, but much more distance. Now, as I'm doing this, Jeremy, for you guys watching, notice I'm doing this, my chest is still facing like the golf ball. So in level 1, I would create some arm speed here and kind of take out the chest rotation. Now, of course, in a real swing, I don't want this.
Right.
In a real swing, I'm going to let the chest go too. So I'll do a couple here. You're going to get a little arm workout. Left arm only. Rehinge. High and right. My body's not going with it. Rehinge. High and right. My body's not going with it. Now I'm going to add a little chest rotation, but notice my head still stays back. So I don't go that way.
Right.
Okay, I got a little arm rotation.
Yeah.
So it's roughly hip high back, a little bit of hinge, and then high right, rehinge arm rotation. Yeah, exactly. Awesome. More right through the
More
ball.
right. Okay.
That a baby, beauty. So relative to that blue stick on the ground, Jeremy, is kind of your target line.
Yep.
For you guys watching, let's say this is 12 o'clock and this is 9 o'clock. You're probably swinging this club through at about like 10 is the feel.
Yeah.
So you're not going to do that when you actually hit a ball, but
Right.
you're almost trying to get the club on this side of the ball target
Right,
line
okay.
when you come through. So it's really feeling, keep your hand on there.
Yep.
It's really feeling like you're going this way.
Okay.
That's like quite a bit to the right.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot different.
And always when you guys are doing this, especially in the beginning, you want to over-exaggerate, not under-exaggerate. So I'm purposely having Jeremy swing more to the right than he's actually going to do, because as soon as you put a ball down, you're never going to do as much as it feels like. Yeah. See, that's arm speed. Beautiful. That feels totally different than your full swing, yeah?
Yeah.
Your normal
completely
swing.
different.
Beautiful. Now let's do a little chest rotation on the way through with it. Yes, sir. Beautiful. Let's put two hands on. So right hand grip feels stronger, and we're going to feel like we let the arms sling a little bit more high and right. Beautiful. And when you come through, you're almost killing us with these tees, dude. When you come through, effectively we want the opposite of like a hold on.
Right.
For you, yeah, there's certain areas where I'd teach someone to hold on to it to like compress irons and stuff.
Yeah.
But in terms of speed with driver,
Yeah.
I want to fucking like,
Go.
boom, let that
Yeah.
thing sling.
Yep.
That doesn't mean I need to swing harder. I'm going to swing freer.
Yeah.
Let that thing rehinge on the way through. So we're going to hit like 3 balls here, Jeremy.
Okay.
Let's get your right hand grip strong.
Okay.
And let's feel when you come down and through, like you're letting those arms sling high and to the right. Doesn't need to be perfect. If we overdo 1 or 2 and pull hook them, that's totally cool. Same sling feel with the arms.
Okay.
Awesome. How was that?
Felt good.
So I can't 100% tell the distance because we're guessing. The ball flew dead straight.
Did.
It sounded solid.
Yeah.
We're not
Felt
measuring.
good too.
Like without the ball being there, very slowly. And
Yeah.
I mean very slowly because I'm going to stand
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
The shaft, I'd want to just go like 2 feet back and 2 feet through. This shaft should go on this side of me and still released.
Okay.
Feel that?
Yep.
So we're rehinging it. I'm having some natural arm rotation, and it's high right.
Right.
Yeah?
Okay.
Do a couple like that with me here.
Okay.
When you guys do this drill, if I'm not standing there next to you, you could replace me with like a cardboard box, okay? Less expensive than hiring a coach to stand there.
Oh,
Good.
sorry.
Up here. Good. Real slow. Awesome. Awesome. Swing a little bit higher on the way through.
Okay.
Yeah, bingo. Good. So that should feel very much out this way.
Yeah. Yep.
Now also, like when I said to the camera there before, you're never going to do as much as like any of us.
Right.
We always have to over exaggerate to
Yep.
get to normal. None of us are going to do as much as we feel. So you've got room to really feel like it goes in and out.
Right.
Now, how do I know if I've done it right or not? Well, you got a couple things. One, we can check video, and two, we have the ball flight. So if you actually close the face a lot and swung inside out, the ball would overhook.
Yep.
Just kind of start right hook back.
Right.
That last one was really good. Give me a couple more drills with just the lead arm only, just on this side of the ball.
Okay.
So no chest turn, just kind of feeling the arm. Yes, dude, nice. Beautiful job. When you guys are doing the drill, give me two more of those. The club is hinging on the way back, rehinging on the way through. A little more high right. Feeling like the arm and club are going high. Yeah. High and to the right. Rehinging it on the way through and a little bit of arm rotation. So when you do that one more time on the way through.
Okay.
And you know you're rotating it enough, the toe should feel like it's in front of the heel. That's
Okay.
the sensation here.
Okay.
This would make the ball want to hook more versus this way.
Right.
Good.
Okay.
You could still feel your arms as you're doing this. Go ahead and put your right hand on so your left arm doesn't get too tired.
Yeah.
When you come through here, you could really feel like this is going more this way.
Okay.
And when I say this way, I mean to the right.
Yep.
High and to the right. I'm exaggerating a little bit here,
Yep.
or a lot of bit.
Yeah.
But when you feel that same thing at speed, that's going to be fairly on point. Yes, yeah, exactly. Good. Try one with both hands. Awesome. Let's do it with the ball. So we've got the right hand grips on stronger.
Okay.
We're going to feel it rehinging in the follow through, high and right.
Full swing.
Full swing, yep. Yeah, so really good with the club path. And let's diagnose that ball flight.
Yep.
Really, really good swinging from inside there. The ball still went high right because we didn't close the face enough.
Right.
Let's assume your right hand grip was good. I couldn't tell because it wasn't over there. But let's assume your right hand grip was good. If
Yeah.
the ball still fades right, you didn't do the rotation piece
Yeah.
enough, meaning the toe passing the heel.
Right.
Yeah, huh? And
Yeah.
effectively what that will need to be like is like more sooner.
Right.
So anytime the ball's still missing right and we're looking at like closing the face in the downswing, you guys want to always err on doing it sooner and more. Let's say we're feeling like the club's going to the right and the toe passing the heel. In reality, like that's happening, back in here.
Right.
Like that thing is closing the whole way through.
Now, in order to do that, is it more lead hand or trail hand to close it, or it just depends on whatever feels?
So they both will be happening. You can feel either one.
Okay.
But they will both be happening.
Okay.
Some guys like lead hand feel, some
Okay.
trail. But that little feel like you just did there with that arm rotation, which is primarily what we're talking about here.
Right.
You can play around with feels feeling a little bit more right hand, a little bit more left. See which one you like best.
Okay.
But they're both going.
Right.
They're both going. And I would like you to do one here with this. Yeah, exactly. Let it sling. Let's overhook one left.
Okay.
Like let's aim square.
Yep.
Let's get our right hand grip on there stronger. Beautiful job. Let's let the arms sling high and right and overclose the face. Okay, awesome. That's probably your best drive of the day.
Yep. Yeah, it went a little left.
Yeah, that ball went probably left center of the fairway.
Yep.
Had like a 2-yard draw to it. Nice penetrating flight. And
Yep.
if we were measuring, I bet that was long.
Yeah. Felt
Relative
good.
to normal.
Yeah, it felt very solid.
And that was the one where you, in your words, what did you do the most there?
Swung out to the right,
And?
and I really concentrated on turning that face down.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And based on the ball flight, did we do it too much, too little, or about right?
Probably about right.
About right.
Yeah.
2-yard draw down the left center of the fairway.
I'll take it.
We would take that. Yeah, that's right. So when you guys are doing this, how do I know if I'm doing it correctly or not? Well, you can measure it, right? Certain ways. You can look on video, but it's hard to see on video. meaning like how much do I need to swing to the right? How much do I need to rotate the arms? You have ball flight feedback. If you make a normal swing, let's say Jeremy makes a normal swing and the ball goes high, short, right, by definition, you are not closing the club face enough. Well, Eric, how about I don't want to do arm rotation. I want to close my wrist angles at the top. That's cool, totally fine. But you got to do something, some way to close it.
Right.
The most effective way to do it that I would say quickly is the through the ball pieces like that.
Right.
So that was excellent. Let's repeat that again.
Okay.
We've got the right hand grip stronger. We're closing the face like more sooner than we think. And we're having the arms slinging high and right. Great job with the grip there, man. Beauty. Awesome. Not even sniffing too far left. We'll probably have some shot tracers on, but that's almost straight down the left center of the fairway from there. So like when you guys are practicing this, and I would say to Jeremy too, from here is I would probably on purpose try and overdo some, like as a right-handed golfer, try, if you miss weak right, short right, try and overdo some that go long left, because it's really easy to dial it back. And also on the course, you're probably not gonna get as much as you do on the range.
Right.
So you'd rather overdo than underdo. But in terms of fixing that weak right shot, the club face is too open. Let's say the path is a little too far out to in. You have to fix the club face first. Your brain's never gonna swing from inside with an open club face because you hit it more right. So you have to fix the club face first, then you fix the club path. You have a lot of really good things in your swing, so this is like kind of an easy one. If you had more things earlier on that need to be changed, that's a different ballgame, but that's pretty damn good, dude.
Thanks.
Very nice.
No, I appreciate it.